starting out, you're in the city of Sigil. You are at Elona's outpost, her ambassadorial post, awaiting a chance to return to Orth when the proper alignments are made, and when you can make your way back home. All right. So the turn order for the evening will be Arius, Varg, and Trell.
Fair enough.
Arius, if you wouldn't mind, when it's time for combat, will you roll a single d20 and I'll roll mine, and we'll see who goes for which side acts first.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Arius, what have you done with your time here at the retreat in Sigil?
I would suppose that Arius would be reading various texts he can get his hands on.
I would like you to make an intelligence check. The difficulty is 16.
Okay.
And you do get to add 2 to it for your proficiency.
Right.
Okay. Unfortunately, while the reading is enlightening, you've not gained any further arcane knowledge. So bad luck on that. So that's what you've been doing. You're reading and you're just trying to absorb as much knowledge as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. So that brings us to Varg. Varg, what are you doing here in the retreat?
Wait about 2 seconds. Jory had to run down the hall and run, and he's probably back now.
Okay.
Jory?
Run, Jory, run!
Okay, sorry. Had to grab my flash
Welcome back. No, you're fine. So Varg, what are you doing at the retreat? I mean, Arius has just told us he's spent a lot of time poring over tomes and interviewing sages.
Okay. City of Sigil, the City of Doors, that's what it was called.
Yes.
So it's like it's that hub world. What was that one? What was it? Was it a woman that met with Varg last time? That was like all hugging him or whatever.
Yes.
I don't remember what. Like she wasn't there. She left.
Yeah, she had to go. She's off on business for Elona.
Okay, and we're at a.
You're at an ambassadorial suite, kind of a private home for the servants of Elona.
Ah, okay. Oh. Geez, I think I. Well, it's really hard. It's really hard for me to think. I feel like Varg's a little is nervous in this area because he doesn't really know it, and but
honestly, if I can say, you've made friends with a centaur named Otto.
Ooh.
And he's a groundskeeper, and he trains rangers.
All right, fair enough.
Otto likes Varg, and he seems to be a fairly stand-up fellow.
Careful, you're gonna make another character that his character will fall for.
Look, I
No.
just make these people up, okay? I can't. Well, how you all ship them, I don't know. I just make them up.
I'm just gonna be safe here and tell you that Var can't handle that kind of bedroom scenario. Okay, so
Okay, all right.
he's got one love of his life, and that's who he's gonna focus on here.
Okay.
You know, but so I'll just say that he's probably just sitting somewhere like working on his arrowheads or something.
Okay.
Probably hanging out talking to Otto.
Okay, so I tell you what, roll a wisdom check. The difficulty 16 again.
Oh, that's lovely.
What did you get?
I'm sorry, I didn't click on it. Uh, I just noticed this new layout on the
Oh,
character.
There's a
So
new layout.
it's not really a layout. It's just like the thing on the skill proficiencies are now like little blue check marks, so they're easier to see.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm 5 years old. I'm attracted to pretty colors.
Oh, it's fine.
It's not doing that for me. Meh.
Okay. So the wisdom check is going to be the big like core ability, right? There's
Yes.
okay.
Mm.
All right. So I'm going to roll. And you have, as you're working on your arrowheads, because of the high mana intensity of the place, you have made 3 arrows of slaying.
And
You've
those are
got
going to
1 arrow of dragon slaying.
am I putting these like in my inventory because they're not part of my
Yes.
quiver or okay.
These are part. Well, these are special arrows. You've only got 3 of them. One is an arrow of dragon slaying. Wow. 2 is an arrow of goblin slaying. 3 is an arrow of man slaying. It will slay humans.
Manslaying.
Manslaying.
That second
Yeah,
one.
that's
The second one.
the second one was
what?
goblin slaying. So you have a chance to one-shot a dragon, a human, and a goblin.
That sounds like a joke. A human, a goblin, and a dragon walked into a pub.
And the
The
bartender
goblin
is
then
Var.
goes out back and goes, "Hey, this is some good trash." All right. So that's what you've done. So awesome. You got some cool goodies. Which brings us to Trell. Trell, what have you been up to?
Trell has basically just been sticking to anywhere that happens to be like woodsy or naturey in any sense, not venturing
That
like
would be
basically. What?
That would be this entire estate.
Yes. So basically wandering around here and not leaving it, communing with any animal you can basically find, and just if there's druids, if there's people with nature magic, he's talking to them. He's like reading if there's anything to be read.
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. The druids here are very friendly. So make a wisdom check, difficulty 16, and we'll see if you get any goodies for your work
I
while
failed.
you've been away.
have had a fruitless endeavor.
Well, that's unfortunate because Rin has gotten something.
Oh, yay!
Rin now has a special set of enchanted bagpipes.
Oh, yay! I've
Ooh.
been wanting them to have enchanted bagpipes.
They are bagpipes of dancing.
Bagpipes of dancing.
Once per day, he can play the tune, and everyone within earshot must make a successful charisma save or be forced to dance for 1d6.
While we're here, you can bet he's used that
Yes.
on us.
Yes.
Let me find somewhere to type that.
No problem. See, I do listen to you guys.
Let's see, bagpipes of dancing. So, what is the, what do they roll?
Charisma check to resist.
Okay.
Because it's a mind control thing.
Okay.
Alright. So. Yes, and you've been spending. The person who will be trying to get you home is an Eladrin, sort of a Feywild elf named Eudora. And Eudora is the planeswalker who can open the portal when the alignments are correct. However, you all hear the sound of the portal being activated here, the grinding noise of the portal stones moving, and you hear people calling for healers immediately. So, Arius, what do you do?
Ares isn't really a healer, so he'll go out and see what the commotion is.
Okay, you see about 20 or 30 wounded Eladrin. There are a few lupines among them. They look wounded, they look battered, they look torn up. Their armor is scarred. Some of their weapons are broken. So that brings us to Varg. Varg, what are you doing? You recognize some of these lupines as your pack mates.
Gonna excitedly run over to them.
They're wounded,
And,
remember?
Go ahead.
Just excitedly run over to them and greet them, basically.
Jory, she's
Okay,
just saying that they're like wounded and need healing and such.
Yes.
This is not a happy moment.
No, which I mean is go over, greet them, and try to help them out.
Ah, okay.
Of course.
All right. Bori, one of them, he's gripping his side. You hear the grind of his ribs as he tries to take a deep breath. What do you decide to do?
How many of them are there?
There are about 5 lupines, and the rest are Eladrin.
Eladrin.
They're like elves of the Feywild.
Okay.
They're the elves that never left the Feywild.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna give a quick greeting in Sylvan and ask if which ones need the more dire help and start seeing if I can't like help in some way. I mean,
Okay, so you're working on them. You're a bunch of druid healers have shown up too. You're
uh,
assisting. Your pack mates have been beaten severely, mercilessly. One Stella, she has an arrow sticking, a wicked-looking barbed arrow sticking almost through her shoulder.
Mm.
Um, and you're working to help them. So you're aiding the healers who are working to help them. Trell, what are you up to?
I was about to say that I probably have the most healing magic out of the three of us. Um,
I'm not going to make you roll for it because there's a whole team working on this.
yeah, I
Um,
was about to say I could use healing spirit, which lasts for like a minute, and it can just like walk between them and just kind of continuously heal them for that long.
yeah, absolutely. You don't have to mark it off, like I said.
Sweet.
Um, so you're doing that, like because it's you and a bunch of the druids helping. Um, a tall, dark-haired Eladrin woman is shrugging off the druids and says, I must speak to someone in charge." And she looks at you, Varg, and she goes, "Varga Knutter?"
yes.
Your your father. He's been captured. We were fighting them off, keeping them out of the Feywild, but he was pulled in. However, I know where they took him. I got to see their portal stones before they departed.
Okay. Okay. Eh, seems a little bewildered considering they just kind of like threw that on him. I mean, one of the last things he was expecting in this place. Um, it's kind of he's also. Hmm. Oh, I mean, I know he's gonna be asking every single question he can to like one
Mhm.
why was his why was his father hanging out with them like didn't and
The okay, that's your first question. She introduces herself as General Aveline, and she's like, "Your father was helping us near your den. Um, the demons from the abyss, Demogorgon's armies had portaled in and were attacking the Feywild. So we got together against them, but we fought them off, but we don't know if they'll be back, and they captured him."
we gotta go.
Oh, geez, a Demogorgon. Does Woodtrell know what that is?
Yes, you do. He's the Prince of Demons.
Ah, yes, okay. I think they played that off a little differently in Neverwinter.
Um, he's a giant two-headed creature with baboon heads
Yeah, that would be
and
it.
tentacles for arms.
But they said it was like a Demogorgon or something, and I guess they had like multiple of them.
A little weird, but okay. No, he's supposed to be a unique creature.
Ah, okay.
So anyway, so yes, Demogorgon. His armies had come to invade the
The Feywild.
Feywild.
And what of the female pack leader? Is she okay with the
She's fine. She stayed behind at
with
the
the pups?
den built with the pups. Yes.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna like look over at everyone else.
Hold on, the fire alarm is going off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I think
we
it's the
know why.
Demigorgons.
Oh, okay. It's not. It's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no, it's they just installed new ones and they're sensitive and
I didn't even hit the damn thing.
and when sometimes when Jory vapes too much, it goes off.
Like seriously, not even like once.
I don't think they can hear you. Tina, are you
Oh.
saying something? Because your thing says you are, but we can't. I mean, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I think your microphone's frozen completely.
Still can't hear you, Tina. It's doing the same thing it was before.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Okay. So basically, Aveline is saying, she's hurt bad. You can tell that she's limping. It's going to take her weeks to recover. But she's like, it's they're on the 332nd layer of the abyss.
It's a lot of layers.
To remember what
Hello?
things to hello.
Hello, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
um to remember what things are, that's an arcana roll, right?
Yes.
um would I feel like I don't would considering she just said that, isn't would that be something that like Varg's dad would have known about?
Yeah. Mhm.
Because like knowing how I picture his dad, he would have like always told stories, whatever. So I feel like Varg could probably try to remember what that is and like know how dangerous that is or not.
Yes, it's one of the 666 layers of the abyss, and there is a black keep there. And your father did mention that there was a town there called Gash, and in Gash there was a place called the Inn of Broken Hope, which is where a lot of times he would find a friendly place to hide when he was venturing into the abyss.
So Varg would remember that, I guess.
Mhm.
Or should I roll?
Yeah, no, you don't have to roll.
Um, when it comes to his dad's stories, Varg's like a steel trap with that knowledge. Um,
Well, see, and okay, something else that I'm just kind of trying out is tell me what y'all want to do, and I'll kind of figure out what mechanics to roll for it. That way, you don't have to worry too much about the mechanics of the game and whatnot getting in the way of just your role playing and what you want to do.
That's fair.
So,
okay, so we've got the knowledge. We know where they went. We know who. We know that we're saving Varg's dad or male pack leader.
yes.
And okay, yeah. So Varg's obviously, this is his pack. This is, his family. He's obviously wanting to like hurry on. He wants to hurry on over and like see if they can figure that out, but and try to save him. So he's just looks all sorts of excitable. So um, he's gonna look at everyone else and just kind of like look frantic and
Okay.
And Trell would just be like, well, what are we waiting for?
Arius sighs and says, "Okay, let's go."
Planeswalker Eudora is like, here. And Arius, she gives it to you. It is a little trapezahedron, little stone trapezahedron with runes on it. She's like, all you've got to do is save one first level spell and put it into here, and I'll be able to pull you back once you've got him.
Okay.
So basically, to activate it, you have to be able to use a spell slot.
Okay. So I'll have to keep that in mind.
We're fucked.
How do you spell
She pushes her-
trapezahedron?
Trapezahedron. Trapezahedron.
Right, I have it.
All right. Eudora is sort of a kindly, kindly Eladrin woman. She's been really nice to y'all and worked with you about how to get back to Orth as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So she makes ready. She holds her arms out and waves her hands around, moving the portal stones until finally a big hole in the world opens, and through the archway you see a black primeval forest under a red darkened sky. So
Lovely weather this place has.
At least it's a forest.
Eudora's like, it is the abyss.
Bark's already kind of like sniffing around, trying to see if he can't catch a scent on which way to go.
The smell you catch from the portal is of brimstone and blood and rot.
Ugh. What was it that brimstone smelled like again? Was it like rotten eggs or something?
Like rotten eggs, yes.
Oh, when the sniffer does work, it picks up the raunchiest of scents, but when it doesn't, it's needed.
Well, you know your father would have... The best place to find your father would be in the town of Gash, wherever that is.
Right.
You
and
remember him talking about it being outside of the forest near the Plain of Bones.
Right, and that's kind of like where I was trying to sniff for, but you know, it's kind of an overwhelming scent of
Well, once you're through, you might be able to adjust.
Okay. Oh, we hadn't gone through yet.
Right, you haven't gone through yet.
Okay.
Oh, we
Barks.
still have...
Remember, I try not to make your characters do anything you don't want to do.
Right. Varg's gonna just go ahead and walk right in.
We still have Daria and Grelbeck,
Daria
right?
and Gromek.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. And Ren will now be more helpful than he was before.
It depends. You don't know how it will work on demons.
Yeah, that is true.
Works great on mortal beings.
Well, at least he'll be
so
able to do
you all-
like 1 damage with his little bow.
That's right. You all enter this horrible place. It's cold here. Bitterly, bitterly cold. You can see your breath icing in front of you. And so you find yourselves here in this horrible forest. Sinister things seem to be moving in the underbrush, and the call of birds you've never heard before rings out through the darkness. So, Arius, what are you
Well,
doing?
trekking into an unknown territory, he's going to be on high alert, looking everywhere. Try to spot danger approaching at any one corner.
All right, excellent. So that's what you're doing. You're scouting. Varg, you have picked up your father's scent.
And
You
I'm
can
already
tell
taken
he's
off.
wounded. All right, you can tell he's wounded. So you're taking off. Trell,
Well,
you're following along? What else are you doing?
he before Varg took off, he was trying to see what birds were making all the noise.
Okay, yeah, the birds you see are these strange-looking vultures with human faces.
Eh, they're like
Ugh.
harpies, but worse.
No, the faces are tiny.
Oh,
Like it's a buzzard, but with a human face just attached where its face.
ew, that's disturbing. Not a fan of that, so just so just following Varg.
All right. So you're following Varg. Um, one of the birds looks at you, Trell, and you recognize the face. It's the face of that Scarlet Brotherhood monk that you all killed.
Which
We
one?
have our halfling.
Was it the one with
Yeah.
the?
We
Was
have second breakfast.
Hello, everybody. I'm in the car, so I'm gonna mute, but I'm on my way home from the debacle of work.
sweet?
Well, all right. So they're in the abyss. You can jump out of Arius's pocket dimension when you get home. When you get home.
Hang on, I'm just going to write halfling in my pocket.
Yes. Alrighty. So
So was it the monk that we cut the head off of, or a different monk?
yes, the one you cut the head off of.
Ah, okay.
Well, he's here.
In vulture form.
Well, it's the abyss.
You know what? Yeah, that would probably make sense why he's here, actually.
You don't get here by being nice. All right. So
Can
after
we
several-
yell at him?
yeah.
Just like ask how the place is treating him so far.
He smirks and goes to fly away.
Trell reminds him that he told him not to hurt the animals. Because remember, he
Alright.
did kill him for when he attempted to attack Hanks.
Yes. All right. So you make your way out of the forest after several hours, Varg, and you come to the edge of this plain. In the distance, you see a little town, ramshackle little town, and at the probably you think it might be north. What is presumably north of you is a vast obsidian fortress. The scent of your father goes that direction.
Curses and primordial.
Okay.
Just the disturbing sound of rock on rock.
Can he tell if like the scent is coming from the castle itself or just near the town?
Oh no, it's coming from the fortress.
Ah, okay.
The town, there's no scent in that direction.
But I could the small town that's Gash, right?
Presumably, it fits your father's descriptions. You listened to those so very intently.
Father had the good stories, and I had the better aim. Um, okay, so could I recall the safe hiding spot, or whoever my father talked to have that safe hiding spot?
The only thing you seem to remember is some place called the Inn of Broken Hope.
Okay. Well, Varg's stupid, not an idiot. We're not going to barge into that fortress, or he's not going to. He's going to make a plan with everyone to probably run down to that town and see if they can't find that said inn.
And Charles says that an inn with that name doesn't sound like they're going to get help from there of any kind, but lead the way.
Let's just keep our wits about us. Stay alert.
Always. All right. Just gonna, and he's gonna start making his way to that town.
All right, so you all make your way along the edge of the forest.
Wait.
You,
Ooh, I have an idea. Before we do, could I send my familiar to scout out the town for danger?
yes, can. Okay? So you're sending your familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, I'm kind of ignoring the distance on familiars because it's just not as cool. If he can't use them to spy, I mean, what is the damn point of having the stupid thing? So, okay, so you send your owl to search the town,
Mm-hmm.
and through its eyes you see the guards, and most of the inhabitants are these tortured-looking undead creatures. There are a few living humans. One who seems to be the innkeeper, and then you see the sheriff of the town. He has an obsidian tipstaff, and he's a Balrog,
What's that?
this massive
Of Morgoth?
flaming demon.
Of Morgoth.
Well, Balrog being just a generic demon that Tolkien put in, yeah. Sure, Balrog of Morgoth, if you're in Middle Earth. This is actually a Balrog at his home in the Abyss. Not quite wearing a bathrobe, but, he's hanging out.
He's in his rocking chair on the front porch.
Actually, he's on a big obsidian throne.
Oh, wonderful. Even better.
Surrounded by the throne itself is on a big mound of skulls.
Of course it is.
Human, elf, dwarf, gnome, other races, even a dragon skull is up there.
Charming.
Somehow I get the feeling that this is not going to be a welcoming party.
I would assume that of everywhere we go here.
Well, it is the Abyss.
Well, if my father was able to find safe haven here, then the best chance we have is I called him my father. Varg would refer to him as pack leader. My bad. But
Mm-hmm.
but if he's been here and he was able to find a safe spot at this town, everyone seems to recognize me just by looking at me and know that I'm related to him. So maybe in some way it can work in favor if someone recognizes me. Then again, my dad's not widely loved.
Yeah, I was about to say it could work tremendously not in our favor as well.
It's just
Dromek and Daria are they're holding hands with each other, kind of terrified.
oh dear lord! If now
So-
the big green guy's scared, then we all need to be.
So all right. So Arius, that's the intelligence you picked up using your familiar. And as it is flying back, you see crossing the plain to the north of you from the fortress is someone, a dark cloaked figure, riding on the back of a knight.
On the back of a what now?
A nightmare, a coal black horse with flaming hooves and flaming red eyes.
Ah.
So that's all the intelligence you got.
So, are we just going to walk into the town, or are we going to sneaking?
What was that last part?
Are we going to sneak into the town, or just walk in?
Well, we could try to sneak, but but we're not particularly stealthy.
Well, stealth rolls are generally going to be for when somebody is actively looking for you. I'm not going to make you can declare you're just trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay.
And that will usually work. It's only in combat or in stress situations where you have to roll. So.
Okay, that sounds
Because I assume
nice.
your characters are competent. I mean, you're a freaking woodland protector, and you've got a ranger, and I mean, Arius is an elf. You guys know how to not be obtrusive. It's not like a dwarf wearing full plate armor and tin pans.
He can't bend his knees.
Just banging tin pans together.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I'm picturing like Yarg, like my other character Yarg doing that.
Yes, which is awesome.
Yelling his own name, Yargabarden, just banging pots and pans.
Didn't he do
Alright,
that in that playthrough?
I don't think he banged pots and
Yes.
pans, did he?
Yeah, it was. It was to distract the zombie creature so everybody could escape.
Oh, I thought he was just throwing like stuff.
Either way, whichever makes the better story, that's what we'll do. Okay, so you all sneak into town, and it is a dreary, dreary place. There's an undead-looking shopkeeper. There's even a small bakery from which you hear screams. And there it is, standing at one end of the square, the Inn of Broken Hope. So
Ren does quietly. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Ren does quietly inform us that even though that it's been a habit to go to every bakery, he doesn't really want to go to this one.
Yes, from the bakery you hear, "No! Please, no!"
Well, I guess someone's preparing fresh meat.
I was thinking they're just making terrible donuts or something. Making them eat bad donuts.
So,
Eat this.
do
I
you
put too
go?
much sugar in it.
Are you going for the? Okay, are you going for the inn?
Yes.
I assume that's the where we're going. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you enter the place. There's a bunch of the undead townsfolk and one pale human woman standing behind the bar, serving these sad-looking fellows and ladies. He looks up and goes, "Who are you? What do you want?"
I'm here to find a friend's father.
She looks at you.
Varg's gonna like
Oh,
slowly walk into view. Hi.
just hi.
hello. So she looks you up and down, Troll. Young fella,
Are you gonna
you
mention
seem
my
to
legs?
have. Yeah.
I
What are you,
figured.
like his half brother? Points to Varg, then points back to you. Is this your father? Points to Arius.
I would love to go with that.
Varg looks over at Arius. We make a pretty baby.
I thought you were my
Arius.
brother.
Is that your brother? And I'm pretty sure boys and boys don't. I don't know where you're from, but usually they don't pop out babies unless you lay eggs or something.
You don't know what I got. As he stands there completely nude.
Arius
Well,
just
son, you're not wearing any pants, so I have a feeling I know what you got.
As enjoyable as this is, does anyone know the name Skull?
At that moment, the undead patrons look at you. The woman behind the counter looks at you. So, why are you asking about him?
We are.
By the way, Oslin,
Yes.
you are in the abyss. You're on the 332nd layer in the town of Gash at the Inn of Broken Hope. And Skull
Okay.
has just, or Vargut has just walked in and said, "Does anybody know Skull?"
Am I in the inn or am I like trying to climb out of Arius's like pocket?
You have just climbed out of the pocket. You're in the inn.
with Hank, I'm guessing.
With
Just
Hank.
pulls a whole dog out.
Pulling a hole. Yeah. He's got his feet on Arius's hip trying to get Hank out.
Nice.
At least it's a good
The
distraction.
innkeeper looks at you, Arius, and goes, "You seem to have a little man in your pocket."
Don't
I
let
take
him.
that back. You could have had babies with him.
Oslin looks at Arius and calls him Daddy. Daddy?
So you lot want a room?
Wait, did anyone
Do we
respond to the
do we
skull
want a
thing?
room or yeah, we're looking for Skull, aren't we?
Well, okay. Everybody is like looking at you, and she's like, "Do you want a room?" And giving you this look like, say yes, because
Yes.
the miniors, the undead people drinking in the tavern are starting to look like skull.
Yes, we want a room.
That's good. Why don't you come on down? I'll take you to the special room down here in the cellar. Come on.
Bark's gonna follow.
Okay, so yeah. And so y'all are down there. She closes the door and does a sigil over the trap door. She's like, she walks over to you, Varg, and she just smacks you.
I
Did
deserve
your mother
that.
have any children that live?
Well, that's kind of hurtful. The other 5 of
Are
my
you
brothers
dead in the head, boy?
Well, now I am.
Well, maybe it jarred some sense into you. Good Lord, Skull. Why are you here looking for Skull?
That would happen to be my male pack leader.
Oh, land's sake, boy. Well, all right. Now they know you're here. And if one of those morons out there goes for the sheriff, he's obviously going to be coming to talk to you.
I'm guessing the sheriff isn't friends with Skull.
No. Skull's the reason he's the sheriff here. He once led a giant army from the abyss, and Skull tricked him, cost him his entire command.
Mm, the pack leader might have mentioned that in his stories. Okay.
There is a knock at the trap door. And the innkeeper, she's like, oh no.
How far are we standing near the trap door?
Yeah, you're pretty far back.
Okay. Like, does it like open one way?
Yes, it opens upward.
Are there any other ways of getting out of the cellar?
If you had someone who could move large amounts of earth, yes.
Hello.
Prowl!
We have that person.
I can do this. That is the thing I can do.
Daria's like, you might want to start doing it, sir.
Immediately, that's just what I do.
Aris asks the innkeeper, I'm guessing that's the sheriff?
Uh-huh. I think. I don't know who's up there.
Why don't you
Take me
ask?
with you.
Sure. Yes. Okay.
Well, my cover's blown.
Yes, well, we can thank the not so smart one, can't we, for that?
I am a good
Hey,
shot,
Varg is
not a
just not
genius.
spy.
What was that, Tina?
Varg is a terrible spy.
Except
Except when he just lucks out, and people think he's someone he's not. Okay, so, yes, you managed to move enough earth. You all can sneak out the back. However, for this one, I'm going to need Trell make a stealth roll.
Alright. I'm not amazing at stealth, but maybe, Ren could help me.
Oof.
Oh.
This is why I said maybe Ren could help me.
I'm gonna say Rin is trying to help you, and you got out with the 22.
Yay!
The sheriff has not found you, but a retinue of guards is standing outside with an absolutely beautiful woman with bat wings and fangs and a pair of lovely black iron horn.
Oh,
And
it must
she's
be a
like,
succubus.
yeah. Oh, hello. What is this?
Well, it's a
Are you
hole.
digging your way away from the sheriff?
Unsuccessfully, it would seem.
Well, I could call him off if you'd like. Though I would like to know why you are here. You are woodland protectors from Orth, correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
Yes. One of my spies alerted me to your presence.
One of those birds, I take it.
A particular bird who does not like this one, she points at Trell.
I don't like him either.
Your honesty is refreshing. I will have my men bring my coach around. Hank is cowering from her presence. Would you
Osland is slowly
mind,
trying to comfort him.
would you mind surrendering your weapons as my guests?
Trell does so. Willingly.
One of the undead guards takes them.
Arius does reluctantly.
Varg.
Reluctantly as well, obviously not liking the smell of anything.
Okay.
Even
And Oslin.
does Osland
Osland
have
will do it.
weapons?
Yeah, I have tons of weapons.
Oh, okay.
Oslin is like a little ball of weapon.
Yeah.
I can imagine him going to say, this needs to be washed twice a day, this would need a clean paint all the time.
I was like thinking like one of those situations where he's so small, but like there's some sort of magical portal in his coat or something. So like you just randomly pulling out like all of these weapons and like just okay, you need this one and that like just oh, and the one on my ankle too. Here you can have that.
Hey, you gotta have a boot knife just in case somebody's on top of you. Okay.
I think
That's
we
right.
do have a bag of
Alright,
holding
so-
now, don't we?
Yeah, I believe you do.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got it the last time.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we can
so-
carry a lot of stuff.
Now you all are in this carriage. It's finely built, and the succubus sits there and she says, "My name is Belisana, and I am the governor of the fortress. And what are your names?"
Trell and
Her
Ren both
black
didn't.
eyes glitter in the red half light.
So Trell and Ren both introduced themselves.
Osland will introduce himself as well.
Enchant.
Arius does so as well.
Lord Arius. An
Do I-
absolute pleasure.
Do you know me?
I know of you. Your name came up at the slaughter of several cultists that were affiliated with friends of mine.
One group of friends can be another groups of enemies. It's very
Oh no,
difficult.
please, I am not sentimental about those. Then her eyes light on you, Varg. And what might your name be?
Then
Oh. Then? I have recently come into acquisition of another of your kind, Lupine.
you don't say.
So, if he means nothing to you, I suppose we will execute him. Now, since you are my guests, if he is meaningful to you, perhaps he should be saved. The decision is yours, Vin.
Wait, what did she say? She said if he was of importance to us, what?
He wouldn't be executed because you're her guest.
He actually is important to us. To me.
Oh, he is. To you. Well,
Yeah.
then, I will preserve his life.
He's gonna think to himself, I don't like the way she said that.
So I'm guessing you want something from us then.
Well, you see, a lady like me, we live in the abyss. There are so many problems. Demons are always scheming against one another, and most of my allies are demon. And demons are not to be trusted. However, you lot are mortals, and I would be more than happy to be friends with mortals.
You did just say demons can't be trusted, and you do
I
fall
did,
under...
unless there is a pact.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
I would be more than happy to help you out in any way that I can. The nightmare is drawing the carriage whinny as you move across the landscape. It
Control
seems
understand
very,
what they're
very,
saying?
very far.
Control understand what the nightmares are saying? Probably not.
No, they speak in abyssal.
Ah.
Unfortunately, there are no natural animals here.
Yeah, I didn't expect so.
Everything was once an evil soul.
I did not mean to press that.
That's fine. Alright, so you all cross a drawbridge. You notice out the windows the moat is a glowing green fluid, and there are tentacles writhing lazily among its misty vapor.
So what's that?
It is the moat.
Well, I mean more to the glowing and the tentacles.
Oh, it is simply the soup of primordial chaos. Nothing to concern yourself, Trell.
Primordial?
Yes. The chaos that existed before even the elementals rose. We demons come from it, you know.
Really?
But I'll take it you speak a different language.
I speak your primordial. She begins speaking in primordial to you.
Which I'm guessing is screeching of some kind.
Yes, it's basically now you're just hearing Varg and the succubus lady like making noises like that. And you're like, that's awful.
That's rather disturbing, sir. Just picturing Grelmac.
Gromek is keeping his lip buttoned. He's like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Daria is sitting there clutching Gromek's knee with one hand.
I'm going to take it that
All
conversation was not meaningful in any way, shape, or form.
Do you want it to be? Tell me what you wanted to say to her in Primordial while no one is listening.
I couldn't think of anything. I just like he was because like she said primordial, and like then I started to think that that the weird thing that we were looking at was actually a primordial creature that like if it spoke, Varg could understand it or something. But like then you were it was the chaos and everything, and I don't know. So that conversation just that whole topic just like went on a tangent that I was like, oh okay, different than what I was expecting.
All right, so you all are now inside the fortress. The courtyard is being patrolled by a bunch of those hollowed out looking soldiers. She takes you into the keep, and Belisana bids her servants to bring you food and drink.
I would like to inspect my food and drink.
It's fine, shockingly.
Oh.
It's just good food. I have it brought from the prime material plane on our raids, you see. So, what do you intend to trade for your missing lupine, Mr. Vin?
What do you want?
What does anyone want? That is a question philosophers have been asking one another for hundreds of thousands of years. What do you have to offer?
Aris is sat there cutting his food, his eyes going back and forth like a tennis match. Aris has a slight. He finds this slightly entertaining despite the situation.
Well, you can keep me.
She looks at you. I could keep you, yes. What do you do?
No, times I curse the fact that I'm not better at anything than shooting. I'm a hunter. I provide jobs. I do jobs that you need done. And
preferably at a distance.
Now that is very interesting. So, Vin, are you offering yourself to my employ?
As long as the lupine in your custody is allowed to be free in his home.
Skull will be released to you healed and unharmed.
And you gotta have a bit of a sigh of relief and, a thank you and primordial.
Yes. However, now there is the matter of the pack.
pact.
Yes. Well, what is the charming word that your peoples on the prime material plane use? Becoming a warlock.
Oh boy.
Which among you would like to do this?
I have enough spells.
I'll do it.
She smiles broadly and she says, Bartzabel! And this imp comes running. He's like, yes, ma'am? Bring me the book. Bartzabel is like, he's like 3 feet tall, looks kind of like an obsidian skinned goblin with a scorpion tail. And he lopes off. She's like, oh, I have not had a warlock who is a lupine before.
Yeah, I hear they're very rare.
And you will do whatever I ask when asked, but I won't ask very much. I promise.
As I thank you. I guess. A quick question from rumors about succubi. You're not gonna like ask me to, pleasure myself while you watch or anything, right?
Oh,
It's very descriptive.
I drain the vitality from men using any means I please. No. Keep your genitals put away from me.
I like how the
Please.
succubus sounded insulted about that.
Fair enough.
And besides, if I just wanted to drain the life out of you through sex, I would force you to do it until you die.
Noted.
She pops a grape in her mouth upon saying that. All right.
Noted.
Okay, so the imp returns with the book, and he's like, "Okay, you need to sign here, here, and here.
I love his
Puncture
voice.
yourself with this."
Okay.
Shouldn't you read the contract first, then?
Does anyone read Abyssal?
No. I don't think any of us knows that.
No.
Okay.
So Vin, are you signing Vin?
Yes.
Good, good, good. Everything looks like it's in place. Excellent, excellent. And Skull is brought to you. And Belisana's like, how wonderful. I will call on you very soon, Vin. Skull's eyes light up and he goes, what do you do, Vin?
He's gonna like wave his paws and like do that quick like cutting at his throat motion with his fingers as if to like be like, nope, stop, don't, no. And then he's gonna like awkwardly just be like, Vin, yeah.
All right,
Arius
make a
leans
charisma
over
check
into
to get the charisma check's only 11. So, beating 11.
I was gonna have Trell just like immediately just hug his father and be like, "Great to see you again."
Oh God.
Okay, so that's what you're.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that, Trell. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, hi, Trell.
Oh, by the way, he does have a Scottish accent, I think. If you can do Scottish accents.
It's fine if accents can't be a thing. I can picture it in my head just fine.
Yeah. So anyway, he's petting your head, Trell. What's going on?
We're here to get you out,
Belisana's
and
like,
we have signed something in order to get you out.
wait, what did Varg sign? Okay. Belisana looks pissed. And then Gromek and Daria burst into the room. They're carrying packs of your weapons. And Daria's like, Master Syrian, would you mind getting us the hell out of here?
Fine. Let's
Well,
go.
suddenly Belisana has conjured in like a whole bunch of demons and a massive snake lady with 6 arms and glowing eyes and breathing fire.
Okay, leaving would be good right now.
Arius now would be good.
Yes. And yeah, he's using his he takes out the trapezohedron and uses a spell slot.
All right, so you guys have teleported back.
Trell immediately
Wow.
is like, Skull, he signed it with a different name, and you just kind of said his real name out loud, so we had to leave really fast.
Oh, that's... Actually, he's very impressed. He's like, that was so clever of you, Varg.
What's the ramifications of these actions, Varg?
Oh, gosh.
Well, we've made an enemy in the abyss.
Is she gonna come looking for you? Like, what did you sign with?
I signed with the name Vin, so
No, I mean, like, what did you sign with? Like ink,
Blood?
or was
I think
it
it was blood.
blood?
it was blood. I had to puncture myself with I guess a needle.
But the contract probably still
Uh,
doesn't work if it's the wrong name.
Yeah, if it's the... Well, actually, I like to think some random guy named Vin somewhere in the multiverse is now a warlock of Belisana.
Oh no!
And he's like, whoa!
Can it be
But
just
yeah.
like just the poorest? Just
Yes.
But yeah, when Skull says that was clever of him, Varg's just gonna smile and like hug him and just be like, "Yeah, clever than what you could have pulled off, old man."
All right. Okay. Well, okay, everybody gained a level.
Yay!
Wow, in this episode of completely not how I expected y'all to roll with that, but it was good. Huh.
What did you expect us to do?
Oh, I don't know. I was expecting, some sword play or something, but instead it was just like, yep, we're just doing this. We're gonna bluff our way right through, and I'm like, rock on, let's do this. Huh. Wow.
Well, we got Skull, so
Yeah, you got Skull.
We also got the woman from the tavern as well.
We do
Yes,
have
you
her.
did. Columba is with you. And so next time, Skull will have brought you back to Orth. And you all will find yourselves in the elven city of Enstad. which is the one city on the entire world that will not make Trell uncomfortable
Yay!
because it's all trees.
That does
It's
not
all
happen
just
often.
giant sculpted trees.
Wait, where is that on our map? If it is on our map.
It's in Selene, near the Iron Hills, and I think the Lort Mill Mountain, near the Welkwood.
Oh, okay.
So what level are y'all now?
Mine says level 9.
Yep, same.
Okay.
Yes, same.
Excellent. Excellent.
I can now reroll saving throws that I failed.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty much all I get for this level.
I mean, when you level up, what is it you roll to increase your hit points?
That's only on certain levels.
Oh, on certain level. Okay.
No, for your hit dice, don't you get it every level?
Oh, the hit dice. Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just roll your hit dice. Yay, I got 6.
2. Woohoo!
Well, it's something at least.
What'd you get?
He got 2.
I got a 2 as well.
Oh.
Jory, make sure to roll your hit dice.
And I need to add spells to my sheet.
Ooh.
Varg is like a lot beefier
Nice.
now.
Let me check again on my thing I made to see if I get anything
Well, hopefully
else.
y'all enjoyed tonight's game.
Yes.
I
Yes.
did. It was, despite the setting, it was quite relaxing.
Well, it was weird because y'all are the like, if I put you all in a normal setting like the city of Hardby, it's very tense. Y'all do weird stuff. Nothing goes right. If I plop you down in the abyss, everything works fine. Like, yeah, we just walked in. I asked some questions. I said some stuff. But it's like, let's go buy milk. It's a catastrophe. Have y'all noticed this? Because I really have.
There has been maybe one time where we were in a town and it was okay.
Yeah, I know. Hamlet, they liked you in Hamlet, and they liked you in Ostford.
Yep. And we didn't get a chance to do anything in Selene.
Well, you're going back home because you've got to report to Enstad and yeah.
And they will be angry
Find out
at
what's
us
been going
because
on
of
in
that one place.
Actually no, because Skull will tell them of the good stuff you've done.
Yay.
And y'all did manage to seal a major problem from the Shadowfell.
Oh, hey, when Skull gets home and tells Haiti what happened, she is going to just whack him upside the head with a cane.
She's also going to be
Okay.
mad that you're hanging out with Trell still.
That, and she's not going to be mad. She's going to be relatively indifferent and kind of disapproving of that. And then the third thing is she's going to smack him upside the head again with the same cane, and and get onto him about putting Varg in danger. So yeah.
All right, everybody. I will be back here next week. I hope everybody else can be. And
Mhm.
now that we've got everything back in Enstad, should be pretty cool because now doesn't matter who can show up. I can still run games, and we'll kind of do the a West Marches sort of thing,
Sweet.
where you just try to come up with a goal for your character.
A goal?
Some goals for your character to have, things they want to do, and then you can go out and try to do the stuff that's needed to get that done.
I imagine my
Also,
goals are going to be
Arius,
like mostly dragon related.
Okay, fine. Alrighty, y'all. Well, take care, everybody, and I will see you all next week.
Thank you,
All
Tina.
right. Have a good night, guys.
Night, guys.
Have a
Good
good
night.
one.
Good night.
Bye bye.